This morning, while I was watering the garden, I noticed a mama cat behaving strangely. She kept running back and forth, dropping little leaves at my feet, looking at me, then running away again. At first, I didn't understand. I thought she was just playing. But when she came back the third time, dragging a bigger leaf and meowing loudly, my heart tightened. She wasn't playing. She was asking for help. I followed her as she sprinted toward the thick bushes near the fence. She kept looking back, making sure I was behind her. When we reached the spot, she scratched the ground and pushed aside leaves with her paws, her whole body trembling with urgency. I knelt down and moved the leaves carefully. And there he was, a tiny newborn kitten wedged between two fallen branches. Cold, weak, barely able to make a sound. The mama meowed loudly, circling him, her voice shaking. She must have been trying all night to get him out. My heart broke. I gently reached in and lifted the fragile baby into my hands. He was freezing and barely moving. I wrapped him quickly inside my FourPawFriends soft blanket, warming his little body. Within seconds, he made a tiny cry, a hopeful sound that made the mama press her head to my hand. She followed me step by step as I carried him to a warm corner on the porch. When I placed him down, she curled tightly around him, purring deeply, her whole body finally relaxing. She brought me leaves, not as gifts, but as clues, trying to show me where her baby was trapped. And today, her message reached me. This morning, I saw a mama cat running back and forth across the yard, her tail fluffed, her eyes wide with urgency. She carried a tiny kitten in her mouth and disappeared into the bushes, then returned for another. She was moving her babies to a safer place. I watched quietly, not wanting to scare her. She worked so hard, making trip after trip, risking everything to keep her little ones safe. But on the last trip, something was different. She came running back to the old nest, but this time she didn't pick up a kitten. She cried, a soft, fragile cry that echoed pain. I rushed closer, and that's when I saw him. A tiny newborn kitten lying on the cold ground, too weak to lift his head, too tired to hold on to his mama's fur. His little chest struggled with every breath. The mama nudged him again and again, desperately trying to lift him, but he kept slipping, his body limp, too fragile for the journey. She looked at me, eyes full of fear, heartbreak, and trust, as if saying, "Please, help me with the one I can't carry." My heart shattered. I gently lifted the baby into my hands. He didn't cry. He didn't move much. He just lay there, exhausted from trying to survive. I wrapped him immediately inside my FourPawFriends soft hoodie, giving him warmth and stability. A few seconds later, he made a faint little sound, a tiny cry that gave the mama hope. She followed me step for step as I carried him to the new nest she made for her other babies. When I placed the baby down, she curled around him instantly, licking him with such tenderness that tears filled my eyes. She carried every baby on her own, except the one she loved just as much, the one too fragile to make the journey. So she asked me to finish it for her. When I opened my front door early this morning, I was shocked to see a mama cat curled up on the doormat. She wasn't resting. She wasn't hiding from the cold. She was waiting. Her eyes were half closed from exhaustion, her fur soaked from the night dew, her breathing slow and tired. But when she heard my footsteps, she lifted her head weakly, and behind her, tucked against her belly, was a tiny newborn kitten, barely breathing. The mama meowed softly, a sound so fragile it broke my heart. It wasn't a cry for food. It wasn't fear. It was a plea. Please help him. I stayed here all night for you to see us. Her baby was ice cold, too small, too weak to cry. He trembled every few seconds, trying to survive in a world too big for him. I gently picked him up, and the mama stood immediately, even though she was weak herself, following me with urgency in her tired eyes. I wrapped the baby inside my FourPawFriends soft t-shirt, warming his tiny body. Slowly, his trembling eased. He let out a faint cry, a cry that brought tears to my eyes. The mama pressed her forehead against my hand, purring with relief, her whole body relaxing for the first time. She trusted me now. She knew her baby was safe. I brought them both inside to a warm spot. The mama curled around her baby, licking him gently, her eyes filled with gratitude and love. She didn't sleep outside my door by accident. She slept there because she believed I would open my heart and save the one thing she had left. Her baby,